Hey guys, Tara Malarkey here, founder of High Ticket Empress and Seven Figure Femme, and soon to be author. So, I wanted to pop on here and talk to you a little bit about the junk that will come up when you decide to sell premium high ticket offers. So let's face it, I think that it's pretty easy for you to get on board with the fact that business, your coaching business, your healing business, your transformational work would be easier and more fun if you got paid more, right? And that selling higher ticket programs would be the easiest way to get there, right? Like if we just allow ourselves to make that the truth, then we're already kind of moving towards liberation. And then notice what comes up. There's something that smacks that down and says, but I can't do that because of what? Or that's not really good to do to other people because it's too much, or whatever the thing. But first, let us acknowledge that selling premium 5K, 10K, 25K offers would be the easiest way for you to have a lucrative business, and it would make your life easier. And can you start to understand how living easier, having abundance flow to you in an easier way, feeling overflow is a frequency thing that you might be bumping up against, right? You might then bump up and get against the things like I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I don't have a big enough audience, no one's going to buy from me, nobody has the money for that. Is it mean? Is it bad? All of that stuff. And that's totally normal, and I get it. But I just want you to first know that that is living amongst the part of you that's like, wow, if I could sell $25,000 programs, masterminds, and really do my transformational work at that level, I would feel really good about that. That would be fun. That would be fun if that was possible. But something in you maybe doesn't believe it's possible. So maybe consider that. And then let's move into the junk, which is that there's junk and shit that needs to, sorry for the words, but literally needs to be shed for you to allow this to be a new reality. And it is par for the course for you to bump up against the piece that's like, people don't have the money, they're not going to pay it. And you'll probably get that reflected back to you in the beginning. People will say, no, it's too much money. And then you will start to doubt yourself. And this is where being in a container with a coach is just required, right? Because you're not going to be able to get past that piece without someone saying, I guarantee you people will pay it. Because big part of this is your belief. Is being with your junk and your shit so much that you can allow the emotional embodied process that needs to happen for you to shed the old layers, the old stuff of the scarcity, the limitations, the piece of you that doesn't believe it's possible and that you're not worthy. All of that comes from early childhood wounds, etc., etc. There is a literal shedding, physical shedding, that usually comes out in the form of tears and rage and frustration. There will be a physical shedding that needs to happen for you to allow this new frequency that your higher self already knows is yours. Already knows is yours. Earlier today, I was on one of our coaching calls for High Ticket Empress, and it's the emotional mastery call. We have a second call per week that focuses on emotional mastery with one of our coaches. And, so many of the women were crying today. Now, let me ask you if you have been a part of a coaching program where it is absolutely allowed and safe space for you to cry. Because frankly, it is so important to be held in that space. And what we find is that our clients get quicker results. Their transformation happens much quicker because they go in the fire of all of this. They're not spiritually bypassing. They're not just like forcing through. They're actually dealing with the undercurrents, the underlayers that are living in the body, and then being able to put our strategies in place that help them sell premium high ticket offers, which is really the best way to have and grow and scale a coaching and consulting empire, if you will, doing your work in the world. And so that is really needed. And so if your stuff and your shit and your junk is not coming up, then you're likely not playing. You're not playing on the field. You're not really in it, you know? So I really encourage you to start thinking about that right now. Your junk is going to come up, okay? I think every woman who joins the transformational work industry starts with the thought that she needs to work her way up to premium offers somehow. And this is kind of like this training that we've been given that, you know, things have to, you know, slowly move. And it's not that I'm not a fan of slowness. I am, right? But it's also when it's a limitation, when it's a I have to sell low ticket because I don't have a big audience or people won't pay that. Those are scarce and limitation statements. They're not abundance and overflow and a high feminine frequency, which is what we are about. Selling your coaching for $100 an hour is actually not serving anyone, including you. And it sets every woman up for failure. Like I literally repeat failure because you're not going to have cash flow. You will be entering the distortion codes that say that we have to be hustling and muscling and overwhelmed as women, doing all of the things for everyone else except for us. And it's almost impossible to get a business off the ground and actually be respected as an expert or a leader selling services that don't actually get client results. That's my biggest thing. Low ticket and one-to-one sessions don't actually get your clients the best results. So you're not really in service. And think about it. When people pay for your time, they actually don't value it, because they believe they're just paying for your time. So they show up with that mindset that this was just a session that they paid for. So they're not really thinking about the transformation that's needing to happen and their part in that. You know, they're rising up to actually not be like this immature, dependent person on you, but in fact, a co-conspirator and co-creator of the result that they're wanting to achieve. When you ask someone to pay for their transformation, there's a whole nother energy that they bring to the scenario. And they start taking themselves seriously for the first time, perhaps in their life. And I believe that this is the best service that you can give someone. When people pay for a $297 course, they don't value it because it's cheap. And really, human psychology says we don't value things that are cheap. You know, if I buy something at Walmart, I don't care if I throw it away in a month. But if I buy it at Louis Vuitton, I'm not going to throw it away in a month, right? It's just the way that it works. And I'm definitely not going to put it somewhere that I can't even see it, right? The expensive thing. I'm going to actually use it. At least I am, right? Maybe people who have like billions, they don't really care about that. But like for the most part, most people are going to value the $2,000, $5,000, $10,000 product or service that they have much more than if they spent a few $100. The few $100 products is likely going to end up on their hard drive collecting dust, like you have done so many times. How many things have you bought online now where you've never even opened it? Because the information overload is overwhelming. And you're like, I'm not going to be able to learn this on my own. And no one's holding you accountable. You don't have to rock up to anything. There's no support. So you don't actually even open it. So never mind, right, the launches that are killing women every single month. You don't finish one launch before you're into the next launch because you're just trying to keep up with your numbers. You're trying to fill programs. You're feeling like a failure if you don't fill them in time, if you don't get the amount of people you want, if you don't make enough money for, all the work you put in. It's exhausting. And it's just burning women out who actually have like amazing gifts to share. Okay. So, selling premium is not the easy path, babe. It's not the easy path, but it is the path that is for you to step into your highest destiny in the quickest way. And what I know to be true right now, actually, we talked about this on the coaching calls, that like you are not here on this planet right now by mistake at all. You're not here by mistake. You actually came right now to do your work. A lot of the wealth out there is going to transfer to transformational leaders right now because we are so needed. People are going through an immense crisis, probably one that we've never seen before. And it's also changing the paradigm in terms of like Facebook advertising. People are home, they're watching things, they're learning things. They're in this place where they're actually wanting to transform. They're looking for ways in which they can grow. And if you are not out there and you don't have a funnel and you're not in Facebook ads and you're not really going out there with your full expression, you're missing out. And also you're losing money, frankly. Why not build your wealth right now? Being a coach is actually the best, in fact, way to create wealth right now. Hallelujah for us, right? It's not that we do this for the money, but like if it can be lucrative, how amazing. So it's time, sister. It is time. All right, so that's pretty much what I have for you guys. I really wanted to just acknowledge that I want you to acknowledge that selling high ticket, going premium is the route, right? It's the accelerated path. It's the high performance route. And only a certain percentage of women sign up for that. But it is the best pathway. It's the smartest pathway. It's the most intelligent pathway. It's the quantum leap pathway. It is your highest destiny pathway. So why would you choose anything else? And one final thing I just wanted to share is that we have partnered with a funding company. So exciting. This funding company actually doesn't work with a lot of coaches. They're very selective on who they work with. We have to have a premium, proven program that clients get amazing results in, and they actually do their due diligence. But we've partnered, and what that means is that you could actually get funding for investing and taking your business to the next level. And it can help you if you feel like finances might be a challenge for you at the moment to make the high ticket investment to come inside one of our high ticket programs. We can actually help you partner with our funding company, and they'll get you funded, and you will be able to join, make your high ticket sales and then pay that off really quickly, right? It's total investment that accelerates your process without you sitting on the sidelines waiting for the funding to be available for you to join. Why not take this route? So if you are interested, please apply to speak with us. I'll drop the link below. We've had an exorbitant amount of people really interested in taking that route. And so you'll need to hop on the phone with my team and chat with us about that. I love you guys, and we'll talk to you soon.